On Kuf Aleph from the base. Today's Kuf base. Oh, Kuf Aleph from the base. We left off over here. Yeah. 3 lines before they get wider. You have it? 3 lines of good. Omer Rav and Rav Nachman. Halo Chalitza B'Shlosha. Right, we had it earlier. Right, there was a question. Do you need 3 Dayonim or do you need 5? So Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav Nachman, Halocha Chalitza B'Shlosha. Why? Why? Even though it's a question, it's 3 or 5. Ho v'soslon on Tana Kavosei. Because we have a Stam Mishnah which establishes it that it's 3. Shh. Omale Rav Rav Nachman, Ihochi Miyun Nami. So what about Miyun? We also have a Stam Mishnah. Titnan, Ha-Miyun v'Chalitza B'Shlosha. There's no differentiation. Miyun is 3 and Chalitza is 3. V'chitem hochanami. Maybe you want to say that is the halacha. That Miyun is also 3. That's Chalitza is 3. V'Otanya Miyun Beishami Omrim Bezdin Mumchin. Beishami says you have to have a Bezdin Mumchin. Now you need special dayanim with that special certification. V'Shlomer Bezdin Bebezdin Shlo Bebezdin. Bezdin, not Bezdin, it's all the same. Elevel Modim Shtar Shlosha, but they both concur that you need 3. So according to Beisham Beisilo, 3 is okay. Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi, Nachshir B'Shnayim, they say for Miyun 2 is sufficient, right? Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Elazar, it's a question over what the gear says, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon, or Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Yossi, Nachshir B'Shnayim. Vam Rav Yossi, Rabbi Yumi, Om Rav Nachman, Halacha Kosazuk, that we rule like this pair, like Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon. So if that's the case, we see that what? We don't rule when it comes to Miyun, 2 is sufficient, right? Samar says, Hosam Chat Stom, Hocha Trei Stomi. Again, what we discussed in Kedushin, right? It's 1 versus 2. 1 stam, 2 stam. Samar says, Hosam Trei Stomi. We also have 2 stam. Why? Ditnan, Miano Shechotz Bifonov, Yisraeno, Neshu Bebezdin. Elohosam Trei Stomi, Hochatlosa Stomi. It's not 2 versus 2, it's 2 versus 3. Michti Hostoma, Vostoma, Mali Chatstam, Mali Trei Stam, Mali Tlosa. A stam is a stam. What's the concept of stam? Review Yudah Nasi established it anonymously, say that's the halacha. So what's the difference? You have 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2, or 2 versus 3. It's all the same thing. Why do you favor one more than the other? Elom Rav Nachbar Yitzchak, Kol Ustam B'Moka Machlokas. Because within that Mishnah, where regarding one thing, it's Stam, but it mentions an argument within that Mishnah. It's Nan. Smicha Zikenim. The Egla Rufa. Bishlosha Divrei Rabbi Yossi. Divrei Rabbi Yossi. Okay? Smicha Zikenim. The Smicha Zikenim is what? Again, what is that referring to? What is Smicha Zikenim? It's a Mishnah. No, it's a Mishnah. It's first Mishnah in Sanhedrin. This is a Mishnah in Sanhedrin. Smicha Zikenim. Okay?
What's the result?
No, it's irrelevant. Egla Ruf B'Shlosh Div Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yudah Mechamisha. Hachalitza V'Miyunin B'Shlosha. Okay? One second. Rabbi Yudah Omer B'Chamisha. Hachalitza V'Miyunin B'Shlosha. V'lo Kopolak Rabbi Yudah. Rabbi Yudah is not arguing. Right, regarding Smicha Zikenim Egla Rufa, it says 3, that's Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yudah says 5. So that's arguing one discussion. Now, regarding when it mentions Chalitza Miyunin, it says 3. Rabbi Yudah doesn't argue. So that's anonymous. But within the anonymous Mishnah, what do you have? You have a Machlokas. Shmamino, Hodabe Rabbi Yudah Shmamino. So we see from there, Rabbi Yudah, he retracted.
So that would make the halacha, right?
Therefore, that's 3. 1 second. Shenechlak Shem Rabbi Yehuda b'Dover Achiv b'Dover Zeh Lo Nech Shmami No Hoda Bei Avo Miyun Lav Stoma b'Mok Machlokes. Right? The Hanach Tanoi Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Yossi Lo Ma'asin Hosam Apluk Dachud. There's no other argument there. Name it Be'ifluk Beho Shmami No Hodri Behu. Since they're only arguing one, that's an indication they retracted. So since there's no indication of retraction of that, therefore we rule like those 2. Omar Rava, Tzrichi Daini Lemikva Duchta. Wherever you have Chalitza, because it says in the Pasuk, right, it says you go up to the Shar, That means there's a specific, the Torah says there's a specific location. So before you have chalitza, you have to designate this is going to be the location of a chalitza. Not, you just meet somebody on the street, say, we're going to do chalitza now. It has to be pre-designated location where the chalitza is going to take place. Okay? Omer Rav Tzrichi Daini Lemikva Duchto Dechsiv All Sivim to Hashora El Azakenim. She has to go to the location which is designated where the bezdin is, where the zakenim are. Okay? So Rashi says, Moka Mizumin Lekach. It's a location which is pre-designated for the chalitza. Okay? Rav Pova, Rav Huna, Breid Yeshua, Avdi Yehuda, Chamisha. They had chalitza, they had 5 dayanim, not 3. Yeah? So Moshe Kamak Rav Yehuda. So who's that? Who's the opinion who's 5? It's Rav Yehuda. We brought a proof of Hoda Bey. It says Rav Yehuda retracted. Right? We quoted the Mishnah. The Rav Yehuda says it's 3 because he only argues in regard to what? Egla Rufa. But in regard to chalitza, he doesn't. So why did they need 5? There's no basis for 5. Hoda Bey. On that Moshe says Lefusumi Milsa. In truth, you don't need 5. But he wanted to make public knowledge that people should understand that this woman is permitted to remarry. To make it more public. It's more public it becomes. Rashi, the chalutza hu, v'lo nintzva l'koyen. Here Rashi says 2 things. We don't want her to marry a kohen because chalutza rabbinically is not permitted to marry a kohen. So by having more dayanim, it becomes more public knowledge that she received chalitza. No, that's the more. Yeah, that's the more it says. He retracted. Because we want to have the ability to remarry. By knowing that she's available, so if you have 2 to 3 dayanim, it's less public. 5 makes it more public. So people should be eager to marry her. Omer Rav Kahana. Excuse me. Ravashi Ikulo Bei Rav Kahana. Ravashi went to the basement of Rav Kahana. Omer Le Solek Mar Legabon. Lemudle Bechamisha. He says, come to us because we want to complete the number 5. Right? Omer Rav Kahana have a kamina kami to Rav Yehuda. Omer Le say sok lezirzo the koni l'starufi chamisha. He says, bring a bundle of twigs of wood to what's his name to contribute to the 5. Chavilu shel kanyo v'holchu leishiv shom l'shem chalitzazu. Yeah. Omle say sok lezirzo the koni l'tzubi chamisha. Omar meaning, which means to sit on. You would sit on the bundle of twigs. Omar lo lamali chamisha. He says, but what do you need 5? We rule 3. We said even Rabbi Yehuda originally said 5. We retracted. Omar lahu ge'ech lefirsa milsa. Same idea. To make it public knowledge, really you need 3. But to make it public, either one or 2 pshatim Rashi, either right that a Kohen should know she's a chalutza, or people should be interested in marrying her, that she's available. Beis. Psumi milsa. Omar Rav Shmuel bar Yehuda. Ki avekiimno kamei de Rav Yehuda. Omar li. Okay. Omar Rav Shmuel bar Yehuda. Ki avekiimno kamei de Rav Yehuda. Omar le sok. He said Omar li. Omar le. Sok say lezizu the kodesh through b'chamish l'psumi milsa. Same thing. Omar le tenino be Yisrael. Right? It says be Yisrael. The chalitza is be Yisrael. The bezdin shel Yisrael, bezdin shel gerim. We said before. Remember? The bezdin has to be meaning for money you could have bezdin shel gerim. But for chalitza, you have to have bezdin shel Yisrael. V'ano ger ano. He says, no. He says, I'm a ger. Hu va'oviv disgaru hilkoch pasilna l'chalitza. Okay? Amalei tani b'Yisrael. He said to him, Rav Shmuel said to Rav Yehuda, Amar Rav Shmuel havikoi kami de Rav Yehuda, and he said to him, Rav Yehuda said to him, come and join in to be part of the bezdin chalitza. So he said, I'm a ger, Omar, right? So he said, Omar later we learned Yisrael bezdin shel gerim, v'ano gera no. So Rashi says he and his father were both gerim. It's interesting. His name is Rav Shmuel Rav Yehuda. He's a ger and his father's a ger. Omer Rav Yehuda, Gon Rav Shmuel Bar Yehuda, Mafiktu Mamon Apumeg. He says, through a person like Rav Shmuel Bar Yehuda, you're able to extract money. Meaning, even though he's a ger, he qualifies for a bezdin for moment. So Mer says, Apumeg Mafikno, so G'day doch. What do you mean through him you're able to extract money? Halpi shnayim eidim om rachmano. Right? You need two. You need edus. What do you mean through him? Elo meran shtor apumeg. The ome yodana bei de porale lo mistiginu lemikvabo. Right? If he, as an eid echod, as an eid echod, he qualifies. Right? If he would say, let's say the debt was paid, then afterwards you wouldn't be able to collect. Right? You wouldn't be able to collect with the shtar. The question is, why not? It's a shtar. It's a shtar mukuyim. It's not if you tear it up. What? That's Tosus. So he brings Rashi and Ksubis. If you have two Eidim, what do? You destroy the shtar. One witness, you don't, and you wait to see what's going to be. Rabbi Yochanan b'Shuas, Hainu koshluchal balashtar ligvos v'lo shvua apumeg, afilu korov l'love l'malve, the v'ilu korov afilu sharodem chayv nami shvua kidnan, eirechod mi'ido shiprua lo sifra lo b'shvua v'ho domale rova lo rapope b'kosef she'id al shtar shu parua ikol inish achrir badei, mar tzorach lo meshuv rapope ho yekrovo shel tovea o shel nitva. So it's pretty maran shtar apumeg afilu Kosev ne'emonis b'shtar nishba v'goyv niru l'rid sherotz lomar shekoselo love l'malve toch hashtar demim lei lo shvua. He even wrote kol hemas d'oma lo parano afilu poro beit echod upoigem v'nifra shlo befonov david tzorch shvua lo d'kosle chaygavna. Okay, further. Omar Rovo ger donis chavero dvar Torah. A ger could judge his fellow, a bezdin for his fellow. Shenemar som tosum lechem melech hashiyivchar shemelokecha bo miker v'checha tosum lechem melech olechu debinon miker v'checha. If it's olecho, it's upon you, meaning on Jews. A Jew needs a Jew to what? To be the bezdin. To be the bezdin. Olecho melech. Olechu debinon miker v'checha. Avol ger dones chavero. Ger. So it seems to be. It seems to be from here. This is even for monetary. Even for monetary. No. Before we say, no, we have a posture to exclude a ger for chalitza because it says be Yisrael. I mean, a ger doesn't qualify for any bezdin, only for his own. So what are we excluding the ger? So it must be. What about if a ger wants to give chalitza? A ger wants to give chalitza to his brother's wife. No, he has to have a regular Jew. Monetary, it's only a ger for a ger. The court is comprised of gerim. But chalitza, the bezdin has to be Jews. Has to be Yisraelim, and the original Jews. No, Satosis, this is different. It brings Rashi. Rashi says Fedin in the Foshos. But Fedin in Mominus, a ger is qualified, even for a Jew. So, it's interesting. 1 second. He says, because, first of all, what does this possibly have to do with Dayonis? With a Dayon? Sometimes lechem melech. Melech is a melech. He says, since it's melech, melech b'mishpat yamid oretz, since a king, he institutes the law. So therefore, we see judgment is what? And what kind of judgment? Judgment is life and death. No. Yeah, a king. No, that's what we're excluding him. Olecho. That's what he says, Rashi. Avol afil chaver ato mekim olav dayin b'chal melech. A dayin is melech. Dichsiv. Why? Because it says melech mishpat yamid oretz. In doma dayin lemelech shein tzorch chlum. If a judge is totally non-partial, there's no right. Yamid eretz. V'od shiyomus harbeg. V'od shiyomus. Harbeg subim kan kom mesimos ad meisim lo yelo b'ker v'chel b'Yisrael mashma shol b'kol tzodim. Vilsi the rabbi goes in kol. Okay, further. So he brings Rashi lidin in the Foshis. Okay. V'im hoyse imam Yisrael. What about his mother's Jewish? His father was a ger. Is that called a ger? Don't afilu Yisrael. Then he could be a judge even for a Jew. Ulin chalitzo. No, he's only a Jew from the maternal side, but his father's a ger. No, even the ger is a Jew. So therefore, before also he was born a Jew. He was a ger, the son of a ger. No. Rashi, they were both gerim. Yeah, even though by melech, it seems by melech, the halacha is whatever the person is not an original Jew. Right? From both sides. He doesn't qualify to be a ger, to be a melech. Has to be both a king. No. Doesn't have to be both sides. Even one side. I mean, David came from Gerim, right? But it was afterwards. It was yeah. I understand. So even though there's a ger in the line, it's not enough. Aval ger donas chaveiro. But he says, "V'moise imom Yisrael don afilu Yisrael." His mother's Jewish, although his father was a ger. Well, in chalitza she oviv imom Yisrael. You hear this? But for chalitza, both parents have to be original Jews. If the father is a ger and the mother's Jewish, that's not sufficient. To be a judge on a bezdin for even for capital crimes, even the father's a ger and the mother's Jewish, that's enough. But for chalitza, you need what? He has to be a Jew from both sides. Both parents have to be Jewish. I mean, original Jews. Why? Ulin chalitza she ov imam Yisrael shnema v'nikro shmo b'Yisrael. Mashve she Yisrael mikol tzodim. Yeah. Omar Rabba, Omar Rav Kana, Omar Rav, im yovo Eliyahu v'yom acholtzim b'minol. Right? Let's say we discussed before. What's the preferable type of shoe to use when you have chalitza? A sandal. But the Mishnah said if you use a shoe. A shoe means it has a top to it, right? The upper part of it is covered. It's also valid. Okay. So it says if Eliyahu Navi would come and say choltzim b'minol, shomim lo. You would accept his ruling that a minol, a regular shoe, qualifies for chalitza. Ein choltzim b'sandal. Let's say he would say a sandal does not qualify to be the chalitza shoe. The sandal ain't shomim lo. Why? Why will we reject Eliyahu's ruling? Shekar nago b'sandal, because the custom is Jews throughout the ages have always used the sandal. So even if you say you can't use it, we reject. That means he's invalidating all the chalitzas until now. Therefore, we'll reject even Eliyahu. Okay? Let's see Rashi. Minol is a shoe with a covering. A sandal is a sandal. Besides, it's also a minol has a top to it. A sandal doesn't. The milsa the rabba garcin cholzim minol shomelo ein cholzim b'sana ein shomelo. With the coming yovel liyo the chokama lo osi liyo vama lo chalzinon almo minol lechatchilo lo. Meaning, even though the Mishnah already says the minol you could use, but the evidence minol is good. But if Eliyahu would come, say even lechatchilo, we would use it lechatchilo, right? V'yom ein cholzin. B'minol shomelo ein cholzim b'sana shomelo chokama lo omar Eliyahu ein cholzim b'minol chalzinon b'lechatchilo. Okay. Second, Omer Rav Kana Omer Rav, Im Yovelu of Yom Cholzim B'minol Shomelo. You listen to him. Cholzim means l'chatchila. Ein cholzim b'sandal. You can't use a sandal. Ein shomelo. Washkvar nogu ha'om b'sandal. Because Jews, they use the sandal. Rav Yosef Omer Rav Kana no. Omer Rav, Im Yovelu of Yom Ein cholzim b'minol. He says you cannot use a shoe. Shomelo. Why? Because a shoe, we don't use a shoe regularly. The average chalitz is what is a sandal. If he should say a cholzim is sandal, ain't shomulo. We don't listen to him. You can't. If he says you can't use a sandal, shkar nogu hom besandal. My beinayu. What's the difference between Rav Yosef's version and Rav Kana's version? One is Rav Yosef said the name of Rav Kana, and what the other one is Rav Kana said the name of Rav. Right? Amar Rav Kana, Amar Rav. What's the girsa? Yeah. He says, Ika beinayu minol lechatchilo. Could you use minol lechatchilo? As the optimum shoe. Is it only b'di'evet or lechatchilo? So Rashi explains earlier. Rav Yosef Garcina im Yovelo of Yom Echolzin b'minol shomim lo. Echolzin b'sandol ein shomim lo. Kol kamed lo Omar lo an Eliyahu. Echolzin b'minol. If Eliyahu didn't say you cannot use a minol, chalzino lechatchilo. You could use a shoe as the first choice. I don't know why. Before we said if he says en cholzim besando, no, because we're only saying the reason is because people, the minig is that. The minig is not to use a shoe. So if he would say in cholzim b'minol, we would listen to him. Besando, we would not listen to him, right? That's what Rashi says. So he says, so if Elio doesn't come, you could use a shoe. There's no reason why not. 1 second. Ike benayu minol man yoma afilu chatchila v'tenan cholze b'minol chalitzosik sheiro. How could you tell me, according to Rav Yossi's version, that if Elio doesn't come, you can use a minol, a shoe, as a first choice? The Mishnah is cholze b'minol chalitzosik sheiro. What's the connotation cholze? If you use the shoe, it's valid. So what's the evidence? L'chatchila lo. So how could Rav Yosef say that without Elio you could use as a first choice a shoe? What did that feel l'chatchila? No, factually it's even as a first choice. Since it concludes, it says if you use a leather sock, it's not a valid chalitza. That feel the Evid, not. Tanami Reisha the Evid. So whether you could use a shoe as a first choice, that's a machlus tanom detanya. Reb Yossi. There's a shadow with the gears is. Reb Shimon. Reb Yossi pamacha solach l'nitzivin. He went to Nitzivin. Okay? You know what Nitzivin is. Okay? That's Rebuta Mebseira's community. The story with the ger with the goy in Psochim. Right? He would come to Yerushalayim by Korban Pesach every year. And so he, and it says he went back to Rabbi Yehuda Mebeseira and he bragged. So he said, next time you ask for that choice cut of meat. So afterwards, when they found out, they said it's unbelievable. Rabbi Yehuda Mebeseira is in Nitzivin, and it's what it's his and what and what's the lashon over there? Something prusa, and his net is out, even though he's in Nitzivin, but his tentacles even reach Yerushalayim. Vatzasi zoken echod pamachas halachli b'tzivim. Vatzasi zoken echod amarti lo klomat haboki Rabbi Yehuda Mebeseira. Yeah, Rabbi Yehuda Mebeseira. Amali hein. He says, are you familiar with Rabbi Yehuda Mebeseira's psokim? With his rulings. That was his community. Amali hein. He says yes. Amali hein val shuchani hu tadir. He says he always frequented my table. I'm very familiar with him. Klum ro'isa shecholatzi b'yavama. He said, do you ever witness him overseeing a chalitza on a yavama? Amalo, amali ro'isi shecholatz harbi pomi b'mino lo besandol. So many times he used the shoe or the sandal, meaning it equal. Amali v'chicholtza b'mino. He says, so Reb Yossi says to this person, how could you tell me you saw that Rabbi Yehuda said you could use a shoe as the equivalent of a sandal? But Torah nalo. It says nal. It says she removes the nal. The connotation nal indicates is what? It's a sandal and not a shoe. Okay? But Torah omen nalo v'lo mino kosuv b'chol haTorah ela nalo. You hear this? The Torah never uses the term mino. He says it says shal na'alecha me'al raglecha be'Moshe Rabbeinu by the burning bush. What did the Malach say? Remove na'alecha sholofish nalo by ruas the mashma bein sandal bein mino the mino loshin chachomim. He says nal and sandal the same thing. Mino is it's really it's the rabbinic vernacular. V'nal loshin Torah v'haidik omen mino lechatchila osa lav mikro yolif el mishum gzeiro. Kil kamon v'haidik siboraiso barzel v'nechoshes mino lecho. That it says it's made of iron or copper. Mino lecho. It says mino. So you see, mino was not over there. First over there means a lock, like manul. Loshin manul beriachu. Over there doesn't mean a shoe. It means that the boundaries were shut down with an iron and copper reinforcement, like a bolt. Okay? So he's saying, Everybody agrees when it says nal, nal, and minol on a Torah level, it's the same thing. But we don't allow the minol because it's confusing. We'll see. The Gemara is going to say. V'chi cholzim b'minol, v'toram nal of them. Amarti lom kei maro, Reb Meir, lomar cholzim b'minol chalitzos. This is according to you that you're not permitted to use a minol. So why did Reb Meir use a minol, a shoe? Reb Meir used Rabbi Yaakov and Mishmo cholzim b'minol chatchilo. Omad yom alo, my taimo. The one who says you shouldn't use the shoe, what's the reason? Ilem mishum dahavi panso me'al, varaksa me'al, yeah, me'al de ma'al. Is it because the what's it called? The sole, the sole's on the bottom, and the straps. How do you attach a sandal to one's foot? You wrap the straps around the calf. That's how you secure it on the foot, right? So is it because the, what's his name, the sole is below, and the raksa means the straps, is me'al, it's above that, Torah omra, me'al v'lo me'al d'mal.
On the bottom and not on the top.
No, it shouldn't be, it should be above, but not way above. Because you have to take the shoe off the calf too. The strap is part of, right? Because she takes it off, but if this mal dal, yeah, me'al v'lo me'al d'mal, yocha feel di'evid. If that's the reality, so why does it even qualify for di'evid? The Gemara says gzeira mishum mino berufat. It's because we're concerned about whatever a shoe that's torn. I mean, it's shredded, it's tattered. So when it's tattered, where's it tattered? On top. Inami mishum chatzi mino. What's that? Right, chatzi mino. Mevuka korua melmala. They came to rochich avagav the korua miyata leakaro. Aval sando shukoshe echyoch ein yochol yasho araglo b'shenifchas lekel migzamiti. Hear this. The concern is that if it's torn, there's a concern because it's soft, even though it's torn. Right? Mesiv leakara. It could be on his foot, but even though it's not wearable. It's not really, once it's torn, it's shredded, it loses its status of a shoe. Right? But why could he put it on his foot? It's like taking a rag and wrapping it around your foot. A shredded piece of leather, because it's soft, he's able to do it. So if you let him use a regular shoe, it may be shredded, but it doesn't qualify. But a sandal, which is hard leather, if it's broken, you can't wear it. It's not wearable. So the gzeira, that it may be used in a situation, it's not possible. Either it's functional or it's not functioning. Okay? So that's, he says, again, for the same reason. It's a half a shoe. Half a shoe you could wear, but it's not a shoe. That's the reason. Omar Ravi lav de chamisi lechavivi the choletz besando disle shintzitz anolo havi chalitzno. He says, Rav says, ilav de chamisi lechavivi. If I wouldn't have seen chaviv the chamisi lechavivi, chavivi is Reb Chia. Rav says, if you wouldn't have seen Reb Chia the choletz besando, the isle shintzin anolo havi chalitzno. El besando the tayo the madik tvei. He says, I wouldn't see Rav Chia use a sandal has a shinsin, like a type of strap. What? Right? I would have said you have to use the sandal that's worn by an Arab. It's a different type of sandal that's more secure on the foot. It's more secure. One second. V'haididan avgav diisbei chumraso katrinim bei misno ki hechi detave chalitza mal yuso. He says our type of sandal, even avgav diisbei chumraso katrinim bei misno. What does that mean? Avgav diisbei chumraso kesher kosher al svosov mamidu shlo yetzim in aregel filoch b'shas chalitz katrinim lei misno ki hech detesi hi. Hear this. The sandal, let's say it's like a slip-on shoe. A slip-on shoe, you could just kick it off. What about if something's tied on? It has to be untied. So he says, if you had a sandal, although it has something which allows the shoe to be tied to the foot. He says when he would do the chalitza, he would tie the strap. That it's considered a valid chalitza because otherwise it's not because she's taking the shoe off his foot. She has to untie it. Yeah, that's how Rashi explains it. Kesher kosher al svosov umamido shlo yetze min haregel. Afilo b'shasli katrina bei misno kech the teisihi umishrik, that she should be the one to undo it. V'ad the tachlos teve chalitza mal yuso. Malyu. How does he explain it? I think that's what it means.
So what's the bottom of that time?
No, she's supposed to. Shami Pirkin Gasina Ketzer Osa Koshro Achi Yochol Halachbo. Mail of Rab Chanir Omer. Ownvok Nishtucha Lehatiro Bachas Miyodov. Yeah. No, which means that it should be secured because we want that she should be the one to remove it. If the shoe basically could fall off his foot. No, that's it. That's what he says. Rashi explains it. Techi teteisihi b'tishrei v'ada tachlots. Ki hechi teteisihi b'tishrei and undo it v'ada tachlots tevi chalitz. What? What? No. It's not wrapped around his calf. It's wrapped around the shoe itself, his ankle. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. Those are yeah. Lashok. Was that mal? Yeah, that's me'al. That's me'al da'al. I don't understand. Second.
I think the issue is that it should be the composition of the foot of the shoe. The sandal should be from not pliable.
Now that no, because then it's minnow because that's Vaeira. What does he say over there? Let me see that. About if he brings the ritva. Further down. One second. Okay, and regarding the sandal, basically, although it has a knot to prevent falling off, cartoonily misno. Nonetheless, we tie a long strap to it. So that the Yevamos chalitza will be optimum, as she will first untie the strap and then remove the shoe. 29. That is, we tie a strap to the shoe so that the Yevama can first untie the strap and then remove the shoe. This constitutes the preferred method of chalitza. That's no. One second. It's Rashi. Alternative, since the knot does not fasten the shoe securely enough to the foot, to wrap the straps, attach shoe around the Yavam's leg to better secure the sandal to the foot. Quotes Ritva. Quotes of it. So I think shots like this. He can back. Yeah. If it's no, it's wearable without the strap around it. Without. No, because it. No, the way I understand is this: the sandal could be worn without the strap. They would attach a longer strap to it. and that's considered she's taking it off his foot. But we want it to be seen that she's taking it off, so therefore, but again, it's not me'al. With the shoe that's being taken off, it's wearable because it's sufficiently secure without the extra strap. So we just want that it should be seen that she's doing it, therefore we add this extra strap. It's not me'al because the actual shoe itself is secure sufficiently. That's me'al raglo. That's what we understand. Okay. Further. Omer Rav Yudah Omer Rav Hatoras Yevamo the Shmitas Rovo Okev. Right. What's considered chalitza? How much of the shoe does she have to remove? Does she have to remove the shoe fully from his foot? What happens? She slips it off. The heel is no longer on the sandal, and it's what? It's towards the front. Let's say the sandal is in the middle of his foot. It's beyond the heel. That's enough. Okay. Hatoras Yevamo B'Shmitas Rovo Okev. The majority of the heel is already uncovered. Uncovered. Although she didn't pull it fully off his foot, as long as it's beyond the heel or the majority, that's sufficient. Meisvei, huchu ritzus mino the sandal. Oh, she shomat rov haregel chalitzos psula. Time of the shamat who hasham tehi chalitzos kshera. So what does it say over here? It says shamat. Here it says hutru rov ritzuos v'sando o shamat. He himself removed the majority of the shoe, the man, and she took off just a little bit. It was mostly off his foot, and she pulled off the rest. It's not good because he pulled it off. She didn't pull it off. Chalitzos psula. That chalitz is not valid. Time of the shamat who. But if she would have pulled off the majority, chalitzos kshera. But what does it say? It says rova regel in rova kevlo. So you see clearly it has to remove the majority from his foot. It's not enough just majority heel becomes uncovered, right? Hainu rov regel, hainu rova kev. It means the same thing. So I want to say rova regel. My kori rova regel. The kula chaylo the kara alei dochim. Dochis. Because factually, when you stand on your foot, where's basically the weight? The weight is on the heel. So since the majority of the weight when you stand is on the heel, so removing it from the heel, that's removing it. That word is what? Dochim, dochis. It must be from the word chayus. Nisbach. Okay. Loshin dochis tes. He brings down over here, Loshin the Yuchus. Whatever. Brian, okay, further. Beside the Rabbi Yanai, Dom Rabbi Yanai came Shita who, if he, let's say he undoes the strap, Visham Tohi, Benchi Tiro who, Vishamat who, Chalitzos Psulam. If he does the untying, she does the taking off, or vice versa. She does the untying and he does the taking off. Psula. She has to do the untying and also the removal. So what do you see from that? What do we say that about untying the straps? Besides the Rabbi Yanai, what's the proof to Rabbi Yanai? Huh?
If she didn't do it, if she didn't take the tools off, the Khalid is supposed to see it, that's the Gemara saying over here. If he took off the straps, even though she took off the shoe afterwards, or if she took off the
yeah, but what's the proof is what? What's the proof? Maybe let's say he takes off the straps, and he's still wearing the wait.
Rabbi Yanai said that she has to take off the strap also, the strap and the shoe both. And this is the proof. But see, they're saying if one takes off.
One second. Rabbi Yanai is not mentioned. Where's Rabbi Yanai mentioned before? That is not mentioned. Or maybe you don't Rav. Hatos Shmitas Rov Okev. Rabbi Yana is not mentioned. No, so I think that we'll bring a proof to Rabbi Yana. We say over there that she has to remove the majority of shoe from the heel. Let's say if the straps are attached, you can't remove the shoe. No, you can't. So therefore, if he removes the straps, now she's removing the what? But she could only remove it because he removed the strap. So therefore, as a result of that, it's not valid. Yeah. Boy Rabbi Yanai. Karatanu mau. Shirafteu mau. Gilu karabino and voiko. Odilma chalitza bina veleko. It was torn or it was shirafteu. Hishlicho galcheles al-sanduk shu koruch baragluv sarfoso. That's what it means. Sarfasu. Karateu, she tore it or she burnt it. Mao Gilui Karabina Voiko. She revealed his foot. O Dilma Chalitzabina. No, Torah says Cholatz. She has to remove it. Hair was burnt on her foot. Veleko. Teku. I mean, whatever. His foot must have got burnt too. Because you have to remove the bottom. Right? You said you have to pull it off. That right? Teku. Boy, what does that mean? So that's the question. Does it mean expose it, or does it mean the physical removal? The way you expose it, that's only the means, but it's not. Well, no, the Torah is makbid on chalitza. You have to remove it. You this? He's wearing two shoes on his foot. She takes off one. You have to take off both or one. If she took off the outer one and she left the bottom one, right? Mi'al omer rachmana v'lo mi'al de mi'al. It says mi'al raglo. So she didn't take it off his foot. He took it off. She took it off the what? Off the shoe, right? Lo tzricha tekarate li loy v'shalfati l'satoik yoreh v'koi iloy. She tore the upper one, and then she pulled off the lower one, and the upper one is still on his foot. My chalitza bina voiko. In fact, she did remove the shoe from his foot, the one that was touching his flesh. Odima gli karabinon. Veleko. Since faction remains covered as a result of the outer one, right? So let's say it's the same shaila. Let's say a person is wearing a sock, and she pulls the sandal off. And the sock remains on, right? There'll be the same shaila, right? She pulled off the shoe. She did remove the shoe because it remains a sock. In fact, she didn't expose his foot because the foot is covered with a sock, right? It would be the exact same shaila.
Isn't the first one irrelevant? The two shoes.
No, again. The top one, she tore it. So she says, because does the Torah want the shoe should be taken when she did take off the shoe? Or if Torah wants when you take off the shoe, the foot should be exposed. You need two things. So since the outer one is still on the foot is not being exposed. So I'm saying it has the same shayla with a sock. It's the exact same shayla. The person is wearing a sock. You remove the sandal, and he's wearing a sock. You remove the shoe, but the foot is not exposed. A minnow. The minnow will say is valid. It's valid. So the wearing comparison. Unless could be the different. This is it. No. Maybe. What about he's wearing? No, it doesn't make a difference. Let's say it's made of some other material. It doesn't make a difference what material it's made of. The fact is, you're not megala raglo. You're not megala it. 1 second. Interesting. They did. Ampilya. Ampilya is a sock. Yeah, just didn't have to tear anything. Remove the shoe. You know, it's interesting, the Lashon here. The Gemara is a shaila in Megillah. Tveria, is it a walled city, not a walled city? What's the shaila? Is it because it's protected from its enemies and because one side is the sea? Well, no, you have to have a wall on all four sides because it's Megalia. Usually, it's Megula on one side. It's exposed. It's open on one side. It's only encircled on three sides of the wall. Here also, does the Torah want to remove the shoe? Oh, Dilma Gluya Karabina Veleko. 1 second. Mi emo mi iko ki ay gabno. Ein. The Chazur Rabbanon lo Rav Yehuda novet bechamshe zuzi muka l'shuka. Yeah. The Chazur Rabbanon lo Rav Yehuda, not somebody. Rav Yehuda, he wore 5 pairs. 5, well? Okay, let's see. Talmud. Yeah, he was chilled. Again? Straps on the arm?
No, on the leg. We're wearing the sandal. And
No, we said.
So,
If it depends if it's like an Arab sandal or our sandals.
so what would happen if they take,
If the sandal will not stay on his foot unless you have the straps around the calf, it's not valid for chalitza.
what happens if they take the shoe off, but the strap is still in place, but the foot is exposed? What is that called?
It's ma'al raglo. She took it ma'al raglo. Even though it's still a ma'al al, it's irrelevant.
So if you had 2 shoes on, right, you took the first one off, but the strap was still there.
It has nothing to do with that. If you took only one off, the foot is still covered.
Right, and then she takes the second shoe off, but both sandal straps are still on the leg. What is that?
It's valid chalitza.
That's what I think you're talking.
No.
Right, so
The foot is covered. This is covered. This is covered. Not the calf.
that's why I was asking you, did that make a distinction?
You took off part of the top shoe so that you can take off the
The
bottom.
bottom one.
Right,
That's it, but the shoe's still on. The top shoe is still on.
okay. I was trying to come up with a
No.
scenario that made
There's no difficulty. You have to come up with
There
any
will be no
scenarios.
question. There will be no question.
We have to come up with scenarios. It's clear in the Gemara. If you take off the outer shoe, he's still wearing the bottom shoe.
Right.
So it said you tore the upper one, and then you were able to remove the bottom one, the inner one. But after you remove the inner one, what's happened? The foot is still covered, even though you took the shoe off from the leg. Right? The inner shoe was taken off from the leg, from his foot, but actually the foot is still covered. Amrei v'dom Rav, Yevamos shegdilo beina achim, muteres linos lechem min achim. Ben choshin shemacholzo, sandal le'echad mehem. Again, a Yevama who grew up among the Achim. Yeah. Muteres linos lechem min achim. What? Yeah. Vein choshin shemacholzo, cholzo sandal le'echad mehem. Taima do chazina ho chazina chashinon. No, shema cholza sandal le'echad mehem. 1 second. Dilma chalitza hi lepos la'alein avagav lo diskavda lechalitzas mitzvah. Yeah. Again, Yivam shigdila bein achim. Uteres lechen min achim. Vein chashin shema cholza sandal lechem mehem. She helped one of the brothers take off his shoes. So if she took off his right shoe, so then none of them could do yibam anymore because chalitza was done. Time it lo chazinon ho chazinon chayshinon. But if you would see her taking off the shoe, you would. I v'otanya bein shel skavein hu v'lo skaven hi. Bein shel skaven hi v'lo skaven hu chalitzosa psula. Achis kavnu shneim. So what's the concern? Ke'echod. First of all, where's the bezdin? Right? You said before you have to have bezdin. So what's the even if she took off sure? Why am I concerned? They're krovim. They're related. It's not a valid. They can't be a bezdin. Ashin is kavdu shneim ke'echod. Hochichem avgad hazinon ein choshin shema kivnu. That's the shot. Even if we see we're not that they both meant it should be for the sake of chalitza. Igdami time lo chazina choshin odekot tono boy kavona hanimili lishtru lealmo. Avalachen mislo yidis. It's not a valid chalitza unless you have to. But it's enough that we will not allow yibum to take place. Midrabanan. To get married, is definitely she can't get married unless there's kavanah because it's not a valid chalitza. But already to disqualify for the brothers, because it has a semblance of chalitza, that's rabbinically we will not allow any of them to do chalitza. To do yibum. Omra vidom ram sandal tov pishtin cholzim bo shnema vanalech tachash v'metachshin midialo. Yeah, it says I will put a tachash type of tachash in the type of hide. Gemara says in Shabbos it was only found for the sake of the Mishkan. Says if that's the case, if the nal is only tachash, it means leather. Maybe means tachash, as you can use a linen thread to tie it together. So maybe based on the pasuk, so maybe it has to be tachash hide. Lo now ribo. It says now ribo. Inal now ribo. Afilu kol mili nami. Im kain tachash my hani like. Shetofer betocho beged pishton kain shetofer besocha levadim. Yes, it has a liner. When it says it's tight, it has a liner within the shoe. Losh nachri the tofer pishton shetofer b'mishicha kain shalonu. And cholzabo the bino kule or sevanalich tachash. It has to be totally. Lo, okay. So either it means that it's lined, doesn't have a leather lining within it, it has a linen lining, or it means the threads. It was sewn with linen threads to be continued.